So, hello everybody, MeNoHaxor here. I am actually recording this on stream. So, if you don't know by now, I am started to stream. I'll try to stream a little bit more often. It's just that my streaming schedule is kind of messed up because I stream extremely late at night, and so it's really kind of inconvenient for most people to watch my stream, which I apologize for since my schedule sucks a lot. So, you can find my stream on Twitch, and I'll usually just make a tweet or post a video or something if I'm going to be streaming at the time. So yeah. Anyways, this game is Braum. I was gonna upload this game about a week ago before I went on vacation, which is why I've been gone for the longest time. But I thought the commentary was really crappy because I was either really tired or really drunk and I don't remember. So that's why I'm redoing the commentary of this game, because I think this game has a lot of really bad things I do and a lot of really good things I do as well. So I think this is a good game that reflects a lot of things I can improve on and things that you should look out for when you're supporting. So just to go over the lane really quickly. So this is a Braum Lucian lane versus Caitlyn Zyra, right? So Braum Lucian is just regarded as one of the best lanes just because Lucian's one of the only ADs where you can proc the Braum passive really quickly. And Caitlyn Zyra is just really good at poking, which is probably what Lucian and Braum are weakest against. So even though we're a really strong lane, we have to be careful because their poke is still really good. Like you can see, Caitlyn and Zyra are just poking this extremely hard. And here I try to just shove them back because I really want to give presence because I don't want them to get level 2. Because if they get level 2, we lose the lane basically. Zyra's doing a really good job at playing aggressively right now because she knows that Braum's level 1 is really bad. And so she's basically just trying to do by just planting seeds and stuff like that, and just using Q, just being a really big nuisance, which is really good on her part. Now here, unfortunately, I did not get level 2 right there, because I thought one of the creeps was going to die, but unfortunately, since we started fighting them, we did not get level 2, and so I couldn't raise my shield up, and that cost me my death. And here, this is actually really bad on what they're doing right now. They're chasing the Lucian for the longest time right now. And look at this huge wave. They're missing. They're probably gonna miss about 2 waves just continuously chasing this Lucian. This Lucian is actually doing a really good job at running at a really good direction. So yeah, he got 4 people to chase him, especially Zyra and Caitlyn. And Caitlyn is gonna miss about 3 waves of EXP, and I'm gonna get about 2 waves of EXP. So even though they got 2 kills, the lane is still gonna be very even in EXP because I'm just gonna soak up all this EXP and get an okay amount of farm as well. And the CS difference isn't even that big. Caitlyn actually only got 2 assists that time, and Zyra got 1 of the kills and Lee Sin got 1 of the kills. So basically, this lane is hardly lost because we're pretty much about even in EXP. So now that I'm a lot higher level and I have my wall and stuff like that, I can actually fight Zyra extremely easily. I know nobody has summoners anymore because we all burned it, and so right now is the time to fight because Zyra's only level 2 and I'm level 3, and just because I'm level 3, I can use everything to just gap close on Zyra. So I just have to look for a good opportunity to do it once Lucian is kind of close to me. It's also important to note that this creep wave is pushing really far, so if we do fight, we're going to have creep advantage because we'll have more creeps attacking than they do. Look at that, I'm level 4 and they're level 2. This is actually really, really stupid. I'm such a high level, it's actually really awesome. They get a little bit aggressive, and if I landed my Q on Zyra right there, she would have been dead, so that was kind of my bad. And here I do land a Q on Zyra. Now Lucian, you can see Lucian goes in immediately. We burst down the Zyra, pretty much instantly. I start hitting Caitlyn to zone her out, and as soon as we hit the teleport, we're going to start running, right? So I start slowing Shyvana down, and I jump to Braum, or I jump to Lucian. I use the wall to block the Caitlyn Q. Lucian procs the Shyvana passive, and then I believe Lucian's going to go in for the kill right there. And that was a really well-played thing on both our parts. If I rewind that, we actually played that, actually, the best we could have actually done it, because Lucian dodged the passive. When I jumped right here, I probably should have hit the trap right there. But once again, I blocked the Caitlyn Q, and we get out. And we get 2 kills for that, too. And we bridged Shyvana teleport, so that was a huge one, that was a huge win for us. We got so much money there, and that was really just well played on everyone's part. I'm pretty impressed. Also, note this is old Lucian, before he got the change to his dash and stuff like that, so Not as strong as before. Anyways, so now this is where things get interesting. So if you look right now, Caitlyn and Zyra are now top, and now Shyvana swapped. So they basically like swapped, right? So what this means is that they know that they're not going to beat us in lane anymore, because it's true, they're not going to beat us in lane now that I have such a big EXP advantage, right? So right now, like, since it's a 2v1 right now, we have to shove, because we want to fight, right? We have to take down this turret and end the laning phase as fast as possible. So right now, Lucian and I are just trying our best to just hit this turret as much as possible, just end the game as soon as we can, or end the laning phase as soon as we can so we can start fighting. But here, Shyvana jumps in, so I'm just gonna go straight into this turret, and we're just gonna go all into Shyvana right now. So I start tanking the turret as best as I can, but I have to flash right here because I would have died right there. But unfortunately, we didn't really coordinate that quite well because Lucian had to go in to kill Shyvana. He ended up using heal to try to live through that turret, but he didn't. And had I stayed for one more turret shot and trusted Lucian would heal me, we actually would have both lived. But it's solo queue. I didn't know Lucian was gonna heal, so that was just pretty big miscommunication. But that's just what happens when you can't talk in solo queue, which kind of sucks. We ended up trading 1-for-1, but in the end, it still pretty much ended up working out for us because the top lane died up there. So now they're back bot lane because they're like, there's no point in... Oh, the tower didn't die. My minimap is just bugged then. Anyways. I'm back to lane. I see Zyra is out of position, so I immediately jump to a creep ult. And this Zyra is extremely dead, but I didn't think Lucian had the dash, so I went ahead and took the kill, which is kind of my bad, because Lucian should really be getting the kills, but it's okay. It's okay if I get the kills too. As long as you kill the enemy, in the end, I think any kill is totally worth it. Don't listen to what people are like, oh, you KS me, I deserve the kills. Like, just ignore them. Just getting any kind of kill is always worth it. And here, note we didn't take the turret immediately because we want to keep pushing the lane and keep denying them more creep EXP and just keep on pressuring them. Because we can honestly just dive the Zyra again, like, really easily if I land one more Q. So I'm going to try to loop around to scare the Zyra. But, you know, Zyra wards that, so it's like, whatever. And now that we took the turret, we're immediately going to turn to Dragon because that's what we're going to do. We should rotate, right? It's kind of sketchy right now because Lee Sin has a very good chance of stealing Dragon. And he actually does steal it and gets out really clean. That was just really good. Really well played on his part. And I gotta run. So we lost Dragon, which sucked. But the mentality is correct. Like, going for the Dragon right there was definitely the correct decision. It's just that we just didn't smite it. So that kind of sucked. So Lucian died here on his own for some reason. And so I'm like, well, shit. Like, I gotta defend this 1v2, right? So basically now, what I'm gonna do is that I'm just gonna fight them because, like, Caitlyn took 2 tower shots right there. So I'm just gonna go in. And so I turn on Zyra because Zyra's the one that got hit by my ult. And what here, I should not have ignited the Zyra. I probably could have just killed her with auto attacks. And now I'm just gonna turn on Caitlyn. And had I had my ignite for this Caitlyn, she would have died. So that sucked a lot. And I actually almost killed Caitlyn as well. But unfortunately, she does get her Q off before I get one more attack. So surprisingly, I almost 1v2 as Braum. Braum can do that really easily. You shouldn't really think Braum is weak because he's actually really strong by himself. So that was kind of misplayed on my part, but I ended up defending the turret, I believe. Yes, I did. So that was pretty worth it because we traded 1 kill and I burned Shyvana teleport. It's great. So we went ahead and took mid. Note that I'm starting to rotate out of bot lane because we already took bot turret, right? So there isn't really anything for us to do anymore bot. I don't need to stay bot anymore because Lucian's just going to shove anyways. So I might as well roam to other lanes, right? So that's why I went mid. And I'm going to try to help out my team take this blue, which is kind of sketchy right now. So for some reason, we start fighting and Skarner gets a little too close and I'm just like, well, crap, I'm screwed. So I'm just going to flash out. And Ori also died. And this is extremely bad because now all 5 of them are mid. They're going to take this turret. Aurelia's still top. And they're thinking about pushing, which is extremely bad. So Lucian and I are going to go in right now and try to stop them. I missed my Q, which sucks. But I'm going to try to put up my wall to just stall. And I'm going to try to stop the Yasuo from going on the Lucian. I do stop him, but Shyvana ends up killing me up there. And we do successfully defend though, because now Aurelia came bot. She's going to go for Yasuo over there. Lucian and the Shyvana and the Skarner are all gonna fight. And I think they're gonna get this kill. No, they don't. Shyvana's too fast. But we ended up defending successfully. Like, we ended up defending this turret. 3 of them died for one of my deaths, so overall it's okay. And Caitlyn just randomly dies. I guess since nothing's really going on, talking about items, it's worth noting that I went for mobility boots. A lot of people like to go CDR boots on Lucian, but I don't, because I always value mobility over CDR, unless you're really, really far behind. If you're far behind, you should go CDR boots, but I really think mobility is key on every single support, because you need to run fast. So that's why I went mobility right there. And I'm trying to finish facing the mountain, so that way I can keep on peeling. So, unfortunately, they have dragon control right now, and we can't really stop it. I try to ward it, but you know, I'm kind of in a bad spot right now. Ori actually misses her ult, which sucks, because I kind of baited her into ulting. But we're gonna try to go in right now since Aurelia's going pretty ham. I ended up proccing my passive on them, which is good, so that way Aurelia can get more free stuns. And at this point, we're gonna get more free kills, even though they got dragon. So not the worst trade in the world. It's all okay though. What happens now? Oh, we get a free kill on Zyra. Nothing really much to say there. Cool. So I do finish face, and now I went Fairy Charms because I want to build Crucible now. So Crucible is really useful because I need to stop Zyra roots, which is a really big problem. Because if someone gets Zyra rooted, we're pretty screwed. And I think we're gonna fight right now. So here, I jump to Skarner, right? I know the ball's on me, so I want Ori to ult, and she does ult, which is really good. And I procced my passive on both the Yasuo and the Shyvana to up my CC a little bit more. And we got 2 free kills, just like that. Okay, so Lee Sin is gonna try to keep on fighting right now. I forgot what I do here. Oh, I try to go in, but it's kind of sketchy right now. So we don't really fight them. I do keep landing more keys to scare them off, and I think we're not going to get this turret because they have Caitlyn. So we end up getting 2 free kills. I don't think anyone died, so that was pretty good. Getting more free kills. And note the gold is still really even. This game has been a really big bloodbath actually. Like almost 40 kills is a lot. Man. So now I'm trying to establish Baron control because at about the 20-minute mark, you should always start looking to get Baron because that's when most teams can do it. At least if you're coordinated, you can definitely do Baron at about 20 minutes with like any kind of team comp usually. So I really wanted to get some wards around Baron so we know if they do it, and if we know they're out of position, we could do it ourselves. So right now it's kind of chaotic. So if you kind of look, the reason why they're fighting right now is because they saw Lucian go bot. So they know that Lucian is not with us right now. So it's pretty much a 4v5, like insanely not in our favor. And so I'm going to slow this down because I actually forgot what happens in this fight. Skarner kind of gets caught. And so I'm going to jump in and try to ult them all. I get a really nice knockup, and Ori also gets a really nice ult. So right now, they're really separated. So Skarner's fighting Shyvana up here, and I'm trying to just scare them all off by just hitting my passive on every single person. And we do end up stalling for quite a bit because now Lucian is here. So we can't fight now. So Aurelia jumps on the Zyra. I'm going to keep on zoning the Zyra and the Shyvana while my team cleans up. Because right now it's 4v2 here, right? While it's 1v2 up here. So so I'm just gonna go for the Zyra kill. Unfortunately, Zyra hits me with her passive, so I do end up dying. But ultimately, we are able to get another kill on the Yasuo and Lee Sin, and my team barely gets away. Like, we're all like literally about to die, which is pretty funny. And I think Skarner's gonna get a kill on Keelan as well. That's extremely funny. So yeah. That fight right there, I did a pretty good job of zoning, and I got off my ultimate. I did pretty much everything I could possibly do, and because of that, we were able to win a fight, even though we got engaged on, which is a pretty big one on our part. We know Dragon's up, so we're going to try to get some Dragon control. It's kind of sketchy because they have a lot of wards as well, but I think we can do it because we have Skarner. So Shyvana jumps right here, and right now I'm just trying to kite. I ult the Caitlyn and Zyra right there, so Orianna gets a free ult. But however, all of us get Yasuo ulted, which really sucks a lot. And I'm like literally about to die, but I just barely dodged pretty much everything right there, except for the Zyra plant. So I do die. But once again, I ulted Caitlyn and Zyra right here to set up the Orianna ultimate, and that pretty much just won us the game right there because Caitlyn and Zyra were just so low and they just died instantly. And Lee Sin tries to do something fancy. It almost worked. I think they do get the kill on him too. So yeah, just more team fighting, just so many bloodbaths, my god. So since everyone is pretty much recalling and stuff like that, I believe it's almost Baron time. I'm like almost pretty sure. Sorry for a spoiler alert. But we know, yeah. So okay, so basically we know we want to do Baron because Yasuo is bot. We see he's bot and he's intending to keep on pushing because he's still here. So basically we make the call to go do Baron because it's going to be 5v4 in our favor. So right now, my mentality right now is that I need to just start zoning out people, especially this Lee Sin over here who's going to try to steal it. So, I think Skarner flash ults the Caitlyn, which is good. And here, I know Lee Sin's in this brush, right? I saw Lee Sin like walk over here, and I know he's here for sure. He's going to try to steal it, obviously. So what do, right? So he also drops Warder here, so we know. So I don't even have vision in this brush, but I'm just gonna Q, since my Q hit, I know Lee Sin's in this brush, and then since I know he's in here, I'm gonna ult right now because Baron is so low right now. Like Baron isn't definitely gonna be in smite rage in like half a second. So I ult right here to get the knockup, and like if I don't, I don't know how to turn off the fog of war, but actually, yeah, I don't even know Lee Sin is there. I don't have vision there, but I know like since my Q hit, I know he's like literally right here and about to go in. So he might just W in, he might Q in, but he's for sure gonna smite like right now if I don't stop him right now. So the knockup pretty much prevented him from going in right there. And you can see that because of that, like he's still in the air, and then we're about to get the Baron right when he tries to Q in. So he was just like half a second late because of that knockup, which was really, really good on our part. So we got Baron. Excellent. And Aurelia also kills Yasuo, so this was like a super big win for us. And at this point, we can pretty much just snowball, do some OGN TSM rotations, like clear pretty much all the outer turrets, and just come out on top with a huge gold lead. That was an interesting fight. I don't really think it's worth slowing down and going over that because I just did a standard Braum combo. And I'm not going to let Zyra plant kill me this time, so I'm just going to stay away. Other than that, this game is pretty much over now that we have Baron buff. Like, Skarner's extremely strong. It's like pretty ridiculous. And at this point, I kind of want to just go in for the Caitlyn, so I'm just going to ult her. Let Skarner take the kill. I flash out of the way because Yasuo is going to destroy me, and we end up getting another free kill. So Shyvana's here, land a Q on Shyvana, get another free kill. And right here, I want to help out my team, but Lucian like de-aggro's the turret, which I didn't realize, and I end up dying because of the turret, which sucked. So I pretty much died for no reason. That's pretty sad. Anyways, we all die because we all got careless, but at this point, I think we're in a pretty good spot because we have such a big gold lead now, so we're all feeling pretty confident right now we can pretty much win. At this point, I'm just trying to zone that Shyvana from coming, but I think she is almost dead. And they decide to fight right now, and I'm just like, okay, that is cool. We got wrecked right there because it was a 3v5. But Aurelia's on her way, and I think she's going to wreck them all right now. Yeah, we got the Yasuo, which is important. And I think Aurelia's dead? No, she's not. Cool. So yeah, we kind of gave them a bit of an extra gold lead for no reason, which is pretty much our bad, but not too big of a deal. We all decided we're gonna start pushing mid. Skarner gets a really good ult, but I think Shyvana's teleporting right now, so I'm like, shit, I gotta help like Lucian right now. So I jump to the Skarner to gap close towards the Shyvana, And now, I try to hold right there, but there's a Yasuo wall, which sucked. And I'm gonna accompany Skarner right now because I wanna like get Skarner to proc my passes, and we're just gonna zone them out. So I keep following the Skarner. I'm gonna try my best to stop the Yasuo, and right there, I'll actually go back really quickly. But note when the Yasuo ulted right there, like I know like he's most likely gonna jump on Lucian. So as soon as I see like Lucian is getting wrecked right now, I'm just gonna throw like literally all my items right onto Lucian. Like that. And with the heal, Lucian was able to live, so that was pretty cool. And that's pretty much it, I think. Yeah, we end up getting this kill, and that's an ace. So that's pretty much game. So basically, I'll pause right now because the game's over. Ooh. It's kind of weird. Okay. Ooh. So basically with that game, the early lane, although we did both die, really didn't matter that much because they kind of chased Lucian for like a gazillion years. And that was really bad on their part because they honestly could have just let Lee Sin just hunt down the Lucian and they could go back and farm. But because they like chased me for so long, I was able to get a ton of EXP. And because of that, I was like level 4 when they were level 2. And I could pretty much just carry the lane just by myself because Braum is Braum once he has a couple levels. And Zyra definitely can destroy Braum early on for the first like 3 levels. But if Zyra does not like absolutely crush Braum, then they're for sure going to lose lane, which is why they did the lane swap. But they kind of failed after that, so that kind of sucked for them. And then afterwards, it was just a matter of just team-fighting properly, protecting everyone, using my ult on main targets like Caitlyn, and just really just trying to peel because Yasuo got really strong. And yeah, that ended up working out really well for us. So that was a pretty interesting game. Definitely did not play very optimally, but towards the end I definitely made the correct decisions like at Baron and at protecting people and applying and making decisions during team fights like zoning out certain people. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Cool.